Hello everyone, I am doing something a little different today. I'm not going to be doing any planning per se. Instead, I'm going to be showing you some pen tests in 3 different planners. This is the Hobo weeks, this is the Print Impression weeks, and this is a Stalogy size A6. Before we get into anything, I wanted to show you, pardon me, my nail color. I'm like that girl who is always looking at nail colors in planner videos, and this one is called Eternal Optimist from Essie. And my thumb is a little chippy, but it held up on most of my nails for over a week pretty well, so I'm impressed. Yeah, okay, so let's do the Print Impressions weeks first. I think that would be best. So I did it in the back, in the grid section, and I tried to do a good sampling of every single pen that I have, and I will go over as much of it as I can with you, because sometimes I look back at my videos and I'm like, Kristina, that's not enough information. Like for instance, last video when I was comparing this one to the Hobo weeks, I failed to mention that these have square corners, whereas this has rounded corners. Most people didn't look in the video long enough to see me do the test here. Like, look at how flimsy that is. And then look at this. It's really sturdy. It has a really good cover. Anyway, let's move on. I have my tea in my Leo mug from Target. My green tea with mango, my favorite. So moving on. This is the mild liner, the 15 count pack, which is this. I purchased it at Target. Yeah, Target. I tried to go in order. Let me zoom in for you. You can see that there's really no bleeding on the paper at all. Let me get in really nice and close. And then we're gonna flip to the other side. Now I did start like messing around with stickers, but there is some bleed through. All right, so this is from a mild liner, and this is pretty light-handed. I'm not heavy-handed whatsoever, but every single color has a little bit of bleed through, especially on the start. No, this is the start and the stop. So you're gonna wanna beware of using mild liners. I do not know what the GSM of this paper is. Gosh, this one is like 50, it's like 57 or 58. I'll put a comment in right now. The difference is that this is coated. This is Tomoe River paper, which is a proprietary paper that is extremely thin, but they have managed to put a coating on it that allows it to be used for different purposes. Like you can use paints like watercolor in it and it's not going to bleed through. This here is like a swatching of this pack right here, the Tombow dual brush pens. This is the pastel palette, and flip to the other side. And there's shadowing, but there's absolutely no bleed through. That's what that coating allows. It just allows you to use almost anything possible and there won't be any bleed through, with a few exceptions, but we'll get into that later. This does not have that coating. It's because it's not the proprietary paper that Tomoe River is. I was going to pull some copy paper, but I forgot. I mean, it's thicker than copy paper. It's not super smooth. It's kind of like, it's not like HD paper. It's not copy paper. It's somewhere in between. So this is the dual brush pens that I just showed you in the Hobo Weeks, using the small side and the brush side. This is, again, the pastel palette. And as you can see, let me zoom, much better. Not nearly as much bleed through, and not too much shadowing either. So if I go this way, you can see on the right, we got shadowing, we got bleed through. On the left, we don't have anything, so that's good. You might just have to pick up a pack and use these instead of, use this instead of the mild liners. Okay, so when it comes to pens, this first section here, these are all of my fountain pens. So the Jinhao ink, I used the this guy, my Swan Pen, using the Jinhao ink, which is this stuff in blue. The Sydney Lavender ink is in this guy right here, also a Jinhao Shark Pen. And that is by, I pulled all of this because I know some people are really interested. Sydney Lavender is by Robert Oster. Okay, then we have the Platinum Preppy Black. This is like my most favorite pen actually, which is so crazy because it's $5. I have the medium nib, but I am about to purchase an extra fine and fine nib because I don't like the medium nib too much. It's a little too broad for me. And that's the ink that it came with. Noodler's Blue Black was in this guy right here. This is a Chren Shark Pen. And finally, this is the Alexander Hamilton in my TWSBI Eco. And that is by Aramatreus. Okay, so let's flip over. That actually worked pretty well. There was just two pens that the ink did bleed through. That would be the Noodler's Blue Black and that Alexander Hamilton. Those were the only two of my pens. Dude, I can't talk this morning. Okay, that bled through. You get it. All right, Muji. I had a 0.5, 0.7, Stabilo, the Fines, which is like my most favorite pen ever. Nothing. Not even any shadowing. Okay, Zebra gel pen. This is a Shop Beautiful pen. I wanted to throw that in there because I know a lot of you ladies have them. The Coco Eero letter pen. Papermate Flare in the medium. This is a mechanical pencil from Muji. Inkjoy gel pen. Uniball Signo in gold, and just a random Planner Society gel pen. Really, really good. They were all successful. I didn't get any smudging, as you can see. So that's like the best sampling of my pen collection that I can give you. So this is the Preppy Weeks, like I said. So let's move on to this Hobonichi Weeks. Basically the same. The Platinum, the TWSBI, which are both fountain pens, shadowing but no bleed through. The Stabilo, Coco Eero, doing light and heavy-handed, the pencil, Muji, more Cocoa Euro, the gold Uniball Signo, my Chren, and the Shot Villa Beautiful. All have that shadowing like crazy, but no bleed through. So I'm happy with that. Then that's all the pen testing that I've done in this one. So let's move on to my Stalogy, or Stalogy. I don't know how you pronounce it. Some people pronounce it Stalogy. There's no extra O in there, so it's not that. Anywho's the Jinhao Swan, the Jinhao Shark. FYI, I like the Swan better. I don't know why, it just writes better every single time. This one is a pain in the ass. TWSBI Eco always writes well. My Chren Shark Pen, which was like dirt cheap, also writes really well. And crazy shadowing, but there's been no bleed through. These are also some stamping that I did. This is a Craft Smart Black, which is, you can get from Michael's, dirt cheap. This is a second stamping, and this is the first. This is an Anchor dye ink, and it bled through bad. So if you like to stamp, you're gonna have to stamp on paper separately, and then stamp again, do second stamping, and then it's not gonna bleed through. These are some practice pages that I also did. These are the Tombow brush pens, same thing, Platinum Preppy, Muji's good. The Tombows actually did bleed through just a little bit. Let me zoom. We do have some bleed through and crazy amounts of shadowing. Right, so the Stabilo Paper Mate Flare in pink, that Zebra gel pen, it's just like a generic. More of my Stabilos, Paper Mate, Inkjoy, my random Muji gel, that gold Uniball Signo. This is an Erin Condren pen. Where is it? I don't know where it is. I can't pull it for you, but it comes in a 3-pack of like black, blue, and red. I hate them. And then my fountain pens. And here you can see we just have shadowing. Nothing bled through. And then the mild liners are at the top. So let me flip back over, and you can kind of see at the top here that we actually do have some bleed through at the stops. So the starts were okay. I must have been a little heavy-handed at the stops. Yeah, I don't know why, but if we go to this week's spread, you can see that there's shadowing, but there's really no bleed through. It's really thin paper. This is not the Tomo River paper that Stalogy uses. I don't know if there's a name, but it's still that thin coated paper, so you can do some mixed media in here and it's going to hold up pretty well. Okay, so that's basically it. I don't think I have anything else to show you guys when it comes to you know, pens and whatnot. That is my entire pen collection, basically. I know it's pretty small. Some people are like crazy and they have a lot of pens, but listen, that's as much info as I can give you. If you have any questions, let me know. I'd love to try a Zebra Sarasa dry sometime. If you have one of those, let me know what you think. See if I need to get one for when I start planning in this guy, which is going to be really soon. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you got a lot of information out of this, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!